The call came while I was standing in my own kitchen, barefoot on Italian marble they thought was rented. If you want to join Thanksgiving, come wash the dishes. My mother-in-law shouted over the phone. No greeting, no warmth, just command. Her voice was loud enough that my wife heard it from the living room. She didn't flinch. She didn't correct her. She smiled. A thin smile. The kind you give when someone else is being put in their place. I looked at the sink. It was empty. I said only one word. Enjoy. Then I ended the call. Silence flooded the apartment. The kind that reveals things. My wife avoided my eyes. Picked up her phone. Pretended to scroll. Her fingers trembled. Something inside me shifted. Not anger. Not yet. Recognition. I walked to the balcony and stared at the city lights. I had bought this place 5 years before I met her. Signed the papers alone. Paid in full. My name only. A quiet asset. A quiet test. They thought I was convenient. Temporary. Useful. Behind me, my wife laughed softly at something on her screen. Too softly. Too carefully. That was the moment I understood. I wasn't family to them. I was staff. And staff doesn't ask questions. Staff doesn't own property. Staff doesn't have secrets. They were wrong on all 3 counts. After the wedding, things changed with surgical precision. My wife stopped asking and started telling. Her mother stopped suggesting and started ordering. Small things at first. Why are you sitting? Go help. Real husbands provide more. You're lucky she married you. Lucky? I paid the mortgage. I paid the bills. I paid for their comfort. But I never corrected them. I never mentioned ownership. I let them believe the apartment was leased under her name. A harmless misunderstanding, they thought. Greed loves misunderstandings. Then came the whispers. Late night calls my wife took on the balcony. Messages deleted too quickly. Her mother visiting when I was conveniently sent out for groceries. Conversations stopping when I entered rooms. I watched. I listened. I learned. Betrayal doesn't announce itself. It leaks. My wife stopped touching me unless someone was watching. Her affection became performative. Her complaints became rehearsed. And her mother. That woman measured me daily. Not as a son-in-law. As an investment. I overheard her once. He doesn't need to know. Once the papers are ready, it won't matter. Papers. That word stayed with me. I didn't confront. I didn't accuse. I smiled. I nodded. I played the quiet husband they underestimated. Inside, calculations began. I started with documents, marriage laws, property claims, inheritance clauses. I learned what silence protected and what ignorance destroyed. Then phones. I didn't snoop. I mirrored. Cloud backups don't lie. Deleted messages leave shadows. Her conversations were meticulous. Emotional manipulation disguised as loyalty. She spoke of me like an obstacle. A phase. Something to endure until security was guaranteed. Security. There was someone else. Not a lover in the romantic sense. A partner. Strategic. Older. Wealthy. Her mother approved. Encouraged. They were waiting. Waiting for time. Waiting for leverage. Waiting for me to sign something I would never read twice. I watched them plan Thanksgiving like a coronation. Seating arrangements. Duties assigned. My role reduced to labor and silence. They wanted me tired. Submissive. Grateful. I stayed calm. Externally, I was obedient. Internally, I was cold steel. I transferred assets, quietly, updated wills, prepared folders. Then, as a test, I did something reckless. I posted photos. Nothing dramatic, just landscapes, snow, glass walls, a terrace overlooking Lake Geneva, a villa I owned under a trust, far from their imagination. No captions, no explanations. The phone rang once, then twice. Then it didn't stop. 71 missed calls. Messages stacked like panic. My wife burst into the room. "What is this?" she demanded, holding up her phone. I looked at her. "It's mine." Her face drained of color. That night, I laid everything out on the dining table. Deeds, bank statements, trust documents. Her mother arrived uninvited, furious, shaking. "You lied to us," she hissed. I nodded. "Yes," my wife cried. Real tears this time. Not for love, for miscalculation. "You let us think. I let you assume." Silence crushed the room. I slid one final document across the table. A drafted agreement. Their agreement. The one they planned to trick me into signing. Her mother's hands shook as she read. "How did you—" I listened. I asked one question. Calm. Surgical. "Was I ever your husband, or just your mistake?" My wife couldn't answer. That was answer enough. I didn't shout. I didn't insult. I stood up. "I'm filing for annulment," I said, "on grounds of fraud." Her mother screamed, threatened, begged. I continued. "You will vacate this apartment by Friday. It was never yours." My wife collapsed into a chair. "But where will we?" "Not my concern." I paused at the door. "Oh, one more thing." I turned back. "Thanksgiving?" I said softly. "Enjoy washing the dishes." Then I walked out. I live alone now, in a space that echoes, not with loneliness, with peace. They lost everything they tried to steal. I lost nothing I valued. Betrayal teaches clarity. Silence teaches power. Some people mistake kindness for weakness. I never correct that assumption anymore. I let it ruin them first.